Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Apps Every Day. And today we're talking a little bit more in depth about an app that we previously mentioned in the how to totally customize an iOS 14 home screen. If you want to check that video out, card above. But today we're talking about Widgetsmith, which actually is being featured by Apple here. Pretty cool. But if we go to the product page here, you can see what it looks like. Now, Widgetsmith is totally free to download. However, you can see that there is a subscription model that you can get for $1.99 a month. Jumping into the app, what you can see Widgetsmith allows you to do is to create 3 different sizes of widgets that iOS 14 currently allows for. And you can see in my top left-hand corner, I have a small one as well as a medium-sized stack. And then, of course, you have the larger ones as well, which if I add in one of those, you can see what that looks like. Go down to Widgetsmith and I'll just add a random large. So that's what that looks like. Now, with all of these, you can basically create a bunch of different ones. So if I hit add small widget, it's actually just going to keep adding a default calendar view. Same thing with all of these. So that can be a little confusing that when you go to add new widget, it's not going to be like, hey, what do you want to do with this widget? Basically just creates a new kind of like default, which you can, of course, swipe on and get rid of if you don't mean to do that. So now I can actually tap on one of these and I can tap up at the top, rename it. We'll do that in a second. But now I'm going to actually go in and change from the default to, you can see all the different options here. In different categories. You got reminders, you got battery, weather, health and activity, tides, and some of these are premium only, so you have to be part of that subscription. So you may see a paywall kind of lock if you don't see access to all these. So let's say we want to go with like activity bar here, or even go with like a step counter. Now you can just add this by default, or I can click down to the aesthetic and theme, and you can see a bunch of different pre-built themes going on here. But I can take it one step further and hit customize theme. And here you can really get pretty specific if you want to change the type of font and lettering, the tint color of said font, the background color, border color, and just change it to artwork in the background. So something like that kind of gives me like vintage Apple vibes. So I can hit save on there. And so now I'm going to go back and, I can name this step counter. And so now I can see that added in there. And now to add this to my home screen, I'm simply going to press anywhere on the home screen. You'll see the plus in the top left-hand corner. Tap on plus, and then it's probably going to be on the bottom because alphabetical order. And then I'm going to choose the small, and then I'm going to tap on it, and you'll see all of the widgets that you create will come up in here in a list, and I'll choose step counter. I'll hit done, and now we have my step counter on my home screen. Now, the only downside to this is they're not interactive. You can't link them like a shortcut to then go into like your activity app or something. So if I tap on any of these widgets, it's actually just going to open the Widgetsmith app, which makes sense because that's what it's accessing. But you can't do anything beyond just looking at it. So that's a quick look into the Widgetsmith app. If you guys have any questions about it or want to recommend another app that I should check out, leave that in the comments down below. And of course, get subscribed so you don't miss tomorrow's Apps Every Day.